Is Joe Biden a Democrat or Republican? What a silly question, man. What else would you be but a Democrat? I'd have to change my name if I wasn't a Democrat. My grandfather Finney would come back from his grave. All right, is Joe Biden running for president? Yes, I am. I'm running for president. Is Joe Biden going to win? As my grandfather would say, the grace of God, the goodwill of the neighbors, and the creek not rising, yes, I'm going to win. Is Joe Biden a billionaire? Unfortunately, I'm not. Is Joe Biden Irish? Absolutely. My mom's side, 100% Irish, and my dad's side, half Irish. We don't admit to the other part. Is Joe Biden in Parks and Rec? Yes, I was in Parks and Rec. As long as I didn't have to do anything other than play myself, I said I'd do it. Met a lot of good people. Is Joe Biden left-handed? No, that's why I'm having trouble pulling these off of my left hand. Is Joe Biden a vegan? No, Joe Biden's not a vegan, although my wife is pushing me. Most of the meals I eat, quite frankly, don't have meat. A lot of chicken, a lot of chicken, a lot of chicken, a fair amount of fish. I'm big on ice cream, and that puts me in real trouble. You know what I mean? And so after all these years, it's very disappointing to be known for two things. My Ray-Bans and ice cream. It's pretty dull. Okay, does Joe Biden have a brother? I'm lucky I have two younger brothers. I'm the oldest of three, and I've got a sister who's the love of my life. Does Joe Biden have a dog? I have two dogs. I have two German Shepherds. One I got when I got named Vice President of the United States by Barack. It was bribery on the part of my family. They said, if you agree, we'll get you a dog again. So I have a dog named Champ. He's getting to be an old guy. And to keep him young, we went out and got another dog from the rescue center. And his name is Major. Did Joe Biden ever have a job? Yeah, I've had a job. I used to be a lifeguard. I was one of the guards. And they weren't allowed to, there was a 3-meter board. And if you fell off sideways, you landed on the darn cement over there. And CORNPOP was a bad dude. And he ran a bunch of bad boys. And I did, and back in those days, to show how things have changed, one of the things you had to use, if you used pomade in your hair, you had to wear a bathing cap. And so he was up on the board, wouldn't listen to me. I said, hey, Esther, you. Off the board, or I'll come up and drag you off. Well, he came off, and he said, I'll meet you outside. My car, these were all public housing behind it. My car, there was a gate out here. I parked my car outside the gate. And he said, I'll be waiting for you. He was waiting for 3 guys in straight razors. Not a joke. There was a guy named Bill Wright, Mouse, the only white guy, and he did all the pools. He was the mechanic. And I said, what am I going to do? He said, come down here in the basement where mechanics, where all the pool filter is. You know, the chain, there used to be a chain that went across the deep end. And he cut off a 6-foot length of chain. He folded up, he said, you walk out with that chain. And you walk to the car and say, you may cut me, man, but I'm going to wrap this chain around your head. I said, you kidding me? He said, no, if you don't come back. And he was right. So I walked out with the chain. And I walked up to my car, and they had, in those days, you used to remember the straight razor, you'd bang them on the curb, get them rusty, put them in a rain barrel, get them rusty. And I looked at him, but I was smart then. I said, first of all, I said, when I tell you to get off the board, you get off the board, and I'll kick you out again, but I shouldn't have called you Esther Williams. I apologize for that. I apologize, but I didn't know that apology was going to work. He said, you apologize to me? I said, I apologize for that, not for throwing you out, but I apologize for what I said. He said, okay, closed the straight razor, and my heart began to beat again. Did I go to college? Yes, I did go to college. I went to the University of Delaware, and I enjoyed it. It's a great school. That's where my sister went, and my brothers as well. I had 2 majors. I majored in history and political science, and had a minor in English. Can Joe Biden, so that'd be good, play sports? I told my son when I died I wanted only 4 words: father, son, brother, athlete. I was a pretty good athlete in high school, played a little bit in college, played football and baseball in a couple leagues when I got out of school. Yes, I love sports. Can Joe Biden eat ice cream? Well, some people think that's all I do is eat ice cream. You know, my mom, when my dad passed away, she moved in with us reluctantly because she wanted her independence, and I'd stop and see her before I'd go upstairs, and my wife would say, "You've been with your mother. I can smell ice cream." Anyway, the point is I love ice cream, always have. My favorite, by the way, is chocolate chip. Is Joe Biden an actor? You can tell by this, no, Joe Biden's not an actor. I'm not very good at playing anything but myself. So, I used to be a very bad stutterer when I was a kid.